Shalom, shalom. So, the last video I just recorded was singing a song of worship from my heart that came from a prayer time with Yahuwah. And after that, I was going to say, before I got a phone call, I'm kind of glad I got the phone call, because now if I wanted to, I could listen to it over and over on repeat and hum with it instead of singing with it, if that makes sense. I'm so grateful to Yahuwah for his mercy, for his love, his faithfulness, his kindness, his continued care, his continued support, his continued affirmation. Man, he's the best husband I have ever had. Best husband I'll ever know. He has sought to protect me from all harm and danger. And my hard head, sometimes I did what I wanted to do, did my own thing. But in his mercy, he kept me. And I'm going to tell you, like I told my children, my oldest 3 children, live every day like it's your last. Treat people in a way that you know, not that you know, that you're aiming to hear Yah say, "Well done, thy good and faithful servant." Because not only is Yahuwah listening and watching and seeing, the whole heaven is witnessing. And we all must give an account for the ways we've treated people, the ways we've just behaved. And I want to encourage you that when you see people, meet new people, treat them as you want to be treated. If somebody asks you to pray for them, man, this past weekend, this past week, this past 2 weeks, I just learned so many valuable lessons. But one of them is, thank you, Yah, for your presence. I'm going to talk about 2 of them. This past week, last Tuesday, I was on a spiritual warfare prayer call on Zoom, and the Moray's wife had called on me to sing, to usher in the presence of Yahuwah. Before we began, and what she didn't know, that I was led by Yah to fast and consecrate myself even more. It's one thing when we seek his face and when we get up and pray and we read his word and draw close to him, always thinking about him. But it's another thing when you put down the plate, when you put down your desires and what you want. I'm gonna try to go a little faster. I'm so overwhelmed. I feel Yah's presence literally right here with me in this vehicle. So I'm trying to speak quickly instead of slowly. Just I need to go in this store too. So what that did is when she called on me, and then toward the end of the call, she was saying how she was going to call me and tell me to prepare, but she didn't feel led to. And I know she didn't feel led to is because Yah was already preparing me. And though he was preparing me, I was still receiving, I wouldn't say attacks. Warfare was still going on. Things were still happening. That was just trying to get me off kilter, off focus. But I pressed in and continued to set myself apart to Yahuwah. And so I learned from that is to, when Yah prepares you or he lays something on your heart to do, and he's put it in your spirit to either pray, to fast, to call a person, to study a scripture, to go on a prayer walk, to whatever he leads you to do, he puts you in a particular place at a particular time because he desires to use you. He tells you to do a particular thing for a particular reason that you know not yet. So I learned to, when I hear Yahuwah tell me, like, you know how some people say, I heard, it's an inner knowing that I have, like, you need to do this or you need to do that. And so I yielded, and it wasn't easy, but I yielded. And then that preparation that I learned this past week is to be prepared to be used by Yah at any moment. Remain set apart, remain undefiled, remain transparent. So the second thing I learned is to, in that staying prepared, be ready to be called upon, because Yah will have people call on you, call on me, just to display himself. And it will be beyond what you can imagine it will be beyond what you can imagine. So at this event, this conference that I went to, I went up for prayer and ended up helping pray. But as I was praying along with someone else for specific people, I felt such a fire of Yahuwah within me, like a tangible, like the heater, because we were in the cold, y'all. So the heater was on in the room, and I'm like, man, okay, Renaya, okay, Crystal, don't complain about what you feeling. That heat was, it was like, almost like torture for me, because like, even in Florida, like, I get hot, I like the sun, but I'd rather be cold than hot. Why is that, you may say? Because heat come from within here. It's fire burning on the altar of my heart. And as I was praying for people, I literally felt, as we were praying together, agreeing, I literally felt the fire of Yahuwah within me. Like, I feel him when I pray, but it was like I don't want to say an activation. It was like a flowing through me. In my hands. You know how you feel something so hot, it feel cold? That's how my hands felt. Like, Within that, I learned you may be in need of prayer. You may be in need of help. But y'all know what he put within you. He know what he put within me. And when you're called on to pray for someone else, or if they ask you for prayer, pray like it's your last time going to be able to pray. Pray like you praying for yourself. Pray like you would want somebody to pray for you. Pray with fervency. Pray with the fear of Yahuwah. Pray in a way just, like it's your last time. Obey like it'll be your last time being able to obey. And as I'm encouraging you, telling you that, I'm encouraging and telling myself, because I literally told my children this. Live like within the past 2 weeks. Live every day like it's your last. Be careful how you treat people. And sometimes they mess up. Sometimes they miss the mark. And it breaks my heart, but it ain't gonna stop me from praying for them. It's not gonna stop me from believing that Yah is about to move mightily. And so, I'm gonna get ready to get out this video and put this phone down, because I feel the tangible presence of Yahuwah. Like, there's sometimes when you feel his presence and it's like it stirs you to praise and worship, but this tangible is stirring me to just sit and receive, because I can't explain it. It's like I'm being relieved. I've been through so much. And I'm just so grateful that Yah has never left me. I'm so grateful that he put me around people to help me remain in the mode of drawing closer to him and seeking his face. I'm grateful for the people that he have to privately call me and encourage me. You don't know the days that I've cried in pain, heart pain. I smile so hard because I have cried so hard. I'm not afraid to laugh. I'm not afraid to tell what I've been through and giving updates along the way, the journey, because I know it is Yahuwah himself that has kept me. And he put me around people that to help me. Classes, Yah will teach you some things with just being in relationship with him. But there's times that he will put you around people to learn some things from them. And you must be around people that you can learn from. You must be around people that you pour into them and they pour in back into you. This is how we grow as a body. And I'm so grateful, even for when people have called me witch, when people have accused me of doing voodoo, when people have accused me of doing things that I didn't even think of to do. I'm grateful for it all. Because in it, when it hurt so bad, y'all reminded me that they said Yahusha was working by the power of Beelzebub. I'm not better than Yeshua. I'm not better than him. I seek to be like him. And let me tell you, be careful how you misjudge and prejudge people in their situation and what they're going through and how you see them react, respond. You don't know what Yah has planned for somebody to walk in. You don't know what he has planned for them to do. And you don't know who he has already written for them to be. I look at myself and I look at myself and I realize that I'm one of those people that people have looked at, prejudged, misjudged, assumed, presumed. But at this juncture in my life, because I used to care, I don't care. I don't care. Anytime Yah has led me to share a song or send a song out or send out something, because I haven't always done things like this on YouTube. I had to grow to this. But every time I did it, something was coming off. That people-pleasing mentality, that thinking that you have to be approved by people to do what you know he told you to do it. You know he led you to do it. And you gonna wait for somebody to tell you, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. You want to hear, depart from me, you work of iniquity, don't you? I bet you don't. I bet you better not sit back and act like you don't know what Yah called you to do. You better not.